Hello Collective, Elsie here with a reading for you. Thought I'd come drop some energy on a Sunday. How you doing? I hope you're having a restful Sunday, doing the things that you want to do, either for others or for you. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. And it doesn't matter what your sign is. If you're here to view this, it's because you've got your intuitive hat on. And as I call out the signs and symbols, you're going to tell me whether this is your reading or not. All right, let's take a look. What should we do? Okay, put these ones back. All right, Collective, thank you so much for clicking here, whether you are new or whether you click here every time. Thank you so much. If you're the one who's my ride or die, it's always clicking here for me. I do appreciate you so much, but there's always room for more. So if you want to stay, please hit the subscription button. And if you enjoy this content, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's find out who this reading is for. Put your intuitive hat on, my friends. Tell me the energies. What is the most important thing right now? What do we need to know? All right, got a couple here. Okay, we've got the status quo and intuition and manifestation. I like that, actually. That's a really cool combo because it feels like somebody who's been going through the status quo, like Groundhog Day, because like the status quo is a good place to be, right? Your money's balanced, you're good, your job is going great, you're being noticed, you know, your health is good. All those things in the status quo that are positive are going okay for you, right? And so life is not terrible. But what I feel is going on here is that we're being told that the status quo is about to be disrupted because there is some sort of a manifestation that you've been calling in for a long time. And your intuition is telling you that it's getting closer and closer and closer. We've got the loving man over here. And remember that he looks like a man. He's got a male figure, but that can be feminine energy as well, right? We are reading feminine and masculine energies here and not body parts, because really what matters is the energies and how they flow. So we have the loving man, who we can assume just by looking at him that maybe he's predominantly masculine, but we can't really assume that, right? This person, like all people, plants, animals, we all have masculine and feminine energy. This person has transformed. Interesting. So the loving man has gone through a transformation of dark thoughts. This person has had an awakening. They've had an awakening, the vast universe. They see things a whole lot different now than they used to. I like it. All right. Let's find out what else is going over here. No? Okay. All right. So I feel as though somebody here has been practicing meditation, I want to say. You are someone who has been practicing. You are a practicing meditator because your intuition is on fire. I feel like you're running the status quo like clockwork. Everything is sharp, bright, sunny. It's all going really great because you're now not running on kudos and the way you look in the mirror and the way people talk to you, and you know what I mean. You're not running on those superficial things. You're running on your gut. You're running on intuition. You're like, I don't care what they have to say about me. I know is a knowing, right? The intuition is a knowing that your manifestation is, I think, about to bust into your status quo. Is what I want to say. About to bust right in. Tell me what else we need to know about the collective, please. Tell me about the collective. We've got fear. Fear. Intuition and manifestation. And I'll tell you what, that's really interesting combination. It says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, intuition and manifestation. I feel like somebody has great fear of love, fear of commitment, and is a little bit in fear of this manifestation coming in. Because if you are the person that I think you are, and you really are someone who is deep into your meditative states, I think that you have been manifesting something that you don't understand. And it's about to show up, but it's going to have to bust you out of the status quo. It's going to pull you out of hermit mode. Yeah. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. Okay, so it almost feels as though there is somebody who wants to either speak to you about the situation or bring up a situation with you. But whatever it is, you are going to be called on to use your empathy so you can see their side. There is a fear that your manifestation is coming in and your intuition says it's here. Your intuition is telling you that it's here or it's about to be here pretty soon. Maybe some cards. All right. All right. Tell me about the collective. We've got fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Someone has fear of moving forward into love or showing their emotions. But your manifestation is about to appear. And careful what you wish for, because the universe doesn't know whether doesn't understand positive, negative, just understands you're asking for a certain thing. Tell me about this. Fear. Fear in the manifestation coming to light. And here it comes. There's the Eight of Wands. Kablam. Here it is. Yeah. I don't put any times or dates on these readings, y'all. You will find it when it's relevant to you, whether that's in 5 minutes or 5 years. All right. Tell me about this Eight of Wands, please. I don't know why I just had to take a great big sigh. It's like, it almost feels like, oh, here we go again. That's what it feels like. The communication comes in and it almost feels like, oh boy, here we go again. It's like I have a fear that my manifestation is actually here and now I don't know if I want it. Brings the Ten of Cups though. Communication brings you the ultimate happiness. This person's calling, I believe, after a long while. We've got 4 cups along this side, 5 cups along this side, and the Ace of Cups is here. And it feels to me as though there was some type of quiet time or time apart, or we haven't been speaking to each other for a while. For some of you, it could be 4 months. For me, cups are months. We have someone who's walking towards the 4 cups, though. So it almost feels like the 4 of Cups goes to the 5 of Cups, and then we start feeling bad that we're not talking to each other. And then somebody makes communication with you or you with them. Take it as it resonates. It's a general reading. Could be reading it from either side. It almost feels like there's well, as I look at the picture here, and I really have never noticed the people on it before, it looks like there is a father with a child and a mother with a child. The child with the mother looks like a boy. So I'm going to say that it feels like this communication is going to bring together a family, probably. Maybe you have a child, they have a child, and you'll move in together. It doesn't have to be one, could be multiple kids, but I feel like it all leads to the Ace of Cups. This brand new path in love. So the 10 cups, of course, is the ultimate happiness, but then we go back into the cycle again, right? We have brand new love. We renew the love. Feels like this is a pretty big deal, but I feel like you've probably not been manifesting a certain person, but you've been manifesting love, like extreme, everything I ever wanted, empathic kind of love. And I think here it comes. These were flipped up in the deck, so we'll put them down. So we have the Judgment card. We do know that we're almost into retrograde, but already in the shadow period. So that could pertain to those of you who are thinking of that in terms of a retrograde energy of reconciliation, or it almost feels like you thought that it would never happen, that this 10 of Cups, there's no way this 10 of Cups will ever happen because the manifestation is dead. Because Elsie, everyone else gets their manifestations and I don't. Well, you're wrong. I'm just going to say, aren't you glad you're wrong? Yeah, I'm glad you're wrong. Because there is some communication here. And you know it's coming. You've had a knowing that it's coming for a while. Someone who was quiet with you, silent, we haven't really said much to each other. We could be in our own corners healing, for sure. When I see the Four of Swords, it's just that. But it feels like this communication, the text or the phone call or the email or whatever it is, it feels like it comes in after somebody has healed. And so I feel like that's why it comes, the communication comes in the Ten of Cups is here. Because this person has learned in their healing that they need to be softer with their communication, or that they need to express themselves. Yeah, it's a resurrection of our emotions, or my emotions. Take it as it resonates, right? For some of you, it could be a resurrection or a reconciliation of some type of relationship, for sure. And it feels like with the Four of Swords, somebody has been, just quiet and thinking and not really communicating with many people. It feels like this person's been thinking about some type of reunion or social outing, or yeah, it feels like this person wants to ask somebody out. We've got Pisces and Virgo here, energy. We've got water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got fire energy here as well, and air energy. So fire is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And we've got air energy here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius as well. Tell me about the Three of Cups, please. And a happy, joyous reconciliation is what it looks like. Like super happy, joyous. Like Three of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Ten of Cups. I feel like that's all coming in this communication. Either you're sending the communication or you're receiving it. Because this person is the soulmate. Somebody's had a realization that they've met the soulmate, or that they've recognized the soulmate. The soulmate is going to bring a gift. And for those of you who are saying, well, how do I know who it is? None of those signs match. I feel like this person is going to bring a gift. So it's the person who brings the gift. For those of you who have a couple of options, or you might be sort of trying to choose between, it feels like the person who gives you the gift is the one. Tell me more. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And we've got the Seven of Cups. So it feels like for some of you could have worked together. This could be a work relationship, but it feels like it's a work relationship that is no longer work related, because the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. It feels like there was a cutting away or a separation. We stopped talking. There was no clarity. It's the Ace of Swords in the reverse. We just stopped talking to each other, maybe, and then we went along. We both had options, right? Seven of Cups is having a lot of options, or a lot of being tied up in trying to make the right choices in life, for sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be in love, but the Seven of Cups for me comes at a time when when you've got too many options and you don't know what to do. It feels as though that there may have been there may have been two people that knew each other at work. The Ace of Swords, I feel like, is separating the two people. That's what it feels like. But these people are friends. They like each other, and they may come from the same soul tribe because of the Three of Cups. I do see the Three of Cups as that. Okay. Just want to know about the Ace of Swords in the reverse here. Why is the Ace of Swords in the reverse? Why is the Ace of Swords in the reverse, please? The Ace of Swords is in the reverse because of the Sun. So it feels like somebody either left the workplace for more money, for happiness. Maybe they met somebody and moved in with them. Like it feels like if you two did work together in the same workplace, that one of you left, but for a good reason. Somebody got a promotion, somebody got a better job, and it brought a whole lot of opportunity at that time. And so this person left, and there's the World card that says, yeah, a major chapter came to an end. So I feel like if you didn't work with this person in the workplace, that maybe you do the same type of work, or that you two had this friendship that you were both working on, and then all of a sudden this happened. Somebody met somebody else or left the situation. We stopped talking, and I don't think it was for any bad reason. I think it was a chapter close. So it almost feels like one moved away from the other, whether this is a workplace thing or not. So we could have moved away, moved to another state, moved on for sure. But the World card indicates that there was a complete closure. Yeah, and we stopped talking. And the Judgment card is here. And there may have been judgments upon each other from the other one that shut this whole connection down. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. The Judgment card is here for the second time, which tells me that for those of you who are going to be upset that this is about someone from the past, it could very well be. It could very well be. However, the Judgment here could be indicating that there was a major decision made by one of you to carry on and go find the sun. So somebody may have met a Libra. Somebody could have met someone who is we've got the fixed signs here. So Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. And it broke your heart. Okay. Yeah. So I feel that this Judgment here is all about this. It feels as though it's someone that you know, that you have a great friendship with, someone that you have maybe exchanged gifts with in the past. But I really do feel like the Six, and I've never really seen the Six of Cups like that before, but this particular depiction leads me to believe that this person is going to bring a gift, or you are going to bring a gift. But either way, what I heard Charlie say was, it's the one that brings the gift. So if you're trying to make a decision about someone and whether or not you should move forward with them, I think that's the message you're supposed to have. Okay, so tell us about the status quo, because it says here status quo, and that says empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And I feel like this manifestation is coming in at a time that it's kind of coming in like a wrecking ball, and it's going to pull you out of your status quo. And, you know, the status quo is not a place you want to live forever and ever, but it is a comfortable place to be, where everything is just going the way it's supposed to go, and nothing more, nothing less. Do you know what I mean? It's like nothing exciting is happening, nothing terrible is happening. Yeah. So I think that somebody here spends their time thinking how it looked from this person's side. Got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So possibly someone's like, I'm done going out. I'm not taking action on that anymore. I'm not looking for any connections. That's in the status quo, right? I don't care if I'm dating. Somebody can break in and break into my house and date me if they want to date me. I'll see. I'm not taking any risks or any chances. Got the King of Cups. King of Cups does have empathy for sure. Got the King of Pentacles. What I feel that you do, if I'm speaking to you, the person who is sitting in the status quo, I feel as though you are someone who tries to ignore your emotional, deep emotional feelings by working a lot. Yeah. Somebody is no longer taking action with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Isn't taking action. I'm not going over there. I'm going to take my time. And it's right next to the King of Cups, which is emotional. It's the emotional person, right? The one who's emotionally intelligent, the one who is in control of their emotions, but also someone who is not going to show it on the surface. So it's like you're giving everyone the game face, my friend, right? You could be a Scorpio, don't have to be, but we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here as well. And I feel like the Knight of Wands being in the reverse is making the point that I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it. I'm not taking any action towards anything where I have to use my feelings. I'm not doing that thing. What I'm going to do is work. I'm going to become stable. I'm going to look at my pentacles. I'm going to become financially well off. Yeah, I feel like somebody is pouring with this King of Cups here, pouring that cup into the King of Pentacles. Yeah. So that's what we do in the status quo. We shove it down, put food on top of it, shove it down, maybe put a little alcohol on top of it, right? Maybe some chocolate, your favorite pudding. Because I'm just saying, King, like Taurus, right? Taurus is all about the food. Just saying we like our food. It's not the only thing we like, nonetheless. All right, let's take a look here. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like in the status quo, and this herein lies the addiction of the status quo, is that in the status quo, you don't really have to make a whole lot of decisions. You don't have to juggle a whole lot of stuff. You can be sedentary by yourself. I mean, I don't know a Taurus who doesn't love to sit at home and snack and watch TV rather than go out amongst public people, honestly. Public and people. So I feel like the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is telling us we're in status quo. Yeah, we don't have to juggle. We're kind of comfortable. Yeah, feels pretty stable where we're at right now. This is about to come to an end because guess who's coming to town? Yeah, we've got the Empress. Yeah, so I feel like this status quo, the World card is here. The status quo is coming to an end. That's what I felt as soon as I pulled that first card here. It feels like the status quo is about to come to an end. It feels like you have been thinking about some person. It could be the Empress. It doesn't have to be. We've got Taurus and Libra here. The World card again is all the fixed signs. You could be thinking about a situation here, trying to think about both sides of the situation. It feels like while you're working, maybe your work is sort of meditative. Maybe you're the person who does something with your hands. Maybe you're a painter or a potter or whatever it is, and you're allowed, you can allow your mind to wander a little bit. It feels almost as if you are no longer going to be in this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I believe the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is the comfort of the status quo. I feel like that's coming to a screaming halt because we have the Empress here. Now, whether the Empress is you or the person that we're talking about that is your person, take that as it resonates. But I feel like somebody here has been in the status quo trying to look at the situation from someone else's side. So you might be someone, collective, who's trying to look at it from the side of the Empress. Or if you are the Empress, you are the person who is trying to look at it from another point of view. Got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so for some of you, the reason that you are I feel like with the status quo, it's like you're not taking any risks. It feels like you're not taking any risks because in the past, risk to you has equaled sacrifice. Yeah. It's also you've been very vulnerable in the past, and I feel as though that you've made sacrifices. It's like you sacrificed the Queen of Wands in order to be in the status quo because you were tired of being sad. You stopped taking action because it's too much of a sacrifice. And you're trying to think about it from another person's situation. And it feels like as you think about it from their situation, I also think that you come to the realization that it made you sad as well. It's not just them. And for those of you who are thinking that from only your own point of view, it's not just your point of view, it's also them. Because I feel like somebody here is trying to see it from the other person's point of view, and now it makes them sad. Now it makes you sad. Now that you think about it, it makes you sad that the situation happened the way it did. Somebody got sacrificed here, and it's the Queen of Wands, I feel. Or it could be the Queen of Wands who made the sacrifice, and that's why this person is sad. So it could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. I think whoever you are, you're the one that's probably working really hard and avoiding feelings. You're not taking any action toward it. But I feel like you're going to be faced with it. You're going to be forced to do something or say something, because this world here, it's like a successful conclusion or something that ended that was supposed to end. And I feel like what was supposed to end is this status quo, because I feel like there's bigger and better things coming for you. I think that either you are the Empress and you are sad, or this is your Empress that you feel you made sad. But either way, somebody was cut out or sacrificed, I feel. And so somebody now is looking at it from the other person's point of view and feeling sad. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. It's been so hard being apart, not saying anything, being disconnected, being on the outside of this person's life, looking in as they create happiness. The Four of Wands, right? This person's getting stability, creating happiness. They're making money. This person is probably an Empress in training. The Page of Pentacles. Somebody is deciding to begin something new, is going to make that decision. But they're staying quiet about it for now because they don't want to fight. Interesting. What are we looking at? Okay. What's this? We've got denial, failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions, patience. Manifestations are on the way. We know it. We've been talking about it since the beginning of the read, right? And we have communicate. There's communication coming. We've got the Eight of Wands right here. So as I was pulling these out, I am thinking that we need to talk about that Eight of Wands and find out what the communication is about. Tell me about something about the Eight of Wands. We know that it's going to be about the Ten of Cups. Somebody wants to come back around or try and resurrect something that either you or they thought is completely dead. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands, please. Yeah, somebody's got the Page of Pentacles. Holding the Page of Pentacles, they don't know how to talk to you, don't know how to say it, but they do want balance. I feel like this person just wants to put down the cycle. We've got Eight of Swords. One is in the hand of Justice, Libra energy here. And we've got the Nine of Swords. This is a point at which you can put down these terrible feelings. Like there's silence and arguments and slamming of doors. And maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe we just stopped talking to each other. And somebody felt like they couldn't contact you or you couldn't contact them. But I feel like whatever we've been thinking about is constant. It's constantly on loop in your head, this manifestation, which I think turns out to be the Empress. Right. Empathy brings peace, release, and self-limiting beliefs. So I do believe someone learns the how to look at it from someone else's side. It feels like it brings peace, and when we can release just looking at it from our own point of view and see how it actually hurt the other person as well, I feel like it's easier to move. Then we can move forward, because you're moving through negative thought patterns, and you're in these negative thought patterns were creating a roadblock in your life. Your inability to see it from someone else's point of view is what has kept this thing apart completely. Somebody had to learn a lesson that they were dragging their heels through. That's what it feels like to me. But I feel like there is something coming, and you know it and you feel it. And I just want to say to you who's in the status quo that you're about to not be in the status quo for a bit. You're about to be you're about to be shook out of your tree, I think. That's what it feels like to me. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you so much. If this is your reading, I'd love to hear about it. And I'm going to go for now. But of course, I'll be back. And I love you guys. And happy Sunday and all of that. I'm out. Bye-bye.